Cowboys coach Eddie Sutton was heard scouring for ducats for this one. The Bedlam series. We demand Bedlam. Kelvin Sampson and a little Bedlam down 13. Nolan Johnson picks up the loose ball, and here comes Nolan. Well, bam. Two hands. Oklahoma down by 10. They would cut it to 3. Johnson feeding Kelly Newton. That'll tie it at 52. Oklahoma coming all the way back. And then Hollis Price giving it to Johnson. He's the guy with the hot hand. Bingo. Eddie Sutton wondering where his 13-point lead went. Sooners up 4. Then Doug Gottlieb down 3, open 3, and he dishes it off to Glendon Alexander, who can't knock it down. And Oklahoma stuns Oklahoma State. Desmond Mason, he's a senior, nonplussed. Nolan Johnson, 21 points. He held the Big 12's third leading scorer. That guy Mason without a field goal. Tough senior night for Eddie Sutton. He's got 7 seniors on this Cowboy team. Gallagher Iba will be doubled in size and reopened next December. St. Louis and number 2 Cincy. The roller coaster of yet another senior day. I am burnt out emotionally. First half, Kenny Satterfield running some floor. Open to Dermar Johnson. Looky what he can do. Cincy leading by 20 at the half. Kenyon Martin going baseline, and then he floats. Bearcats by 24. Martin got to be the player of the year. A game-high 23. The Billikens get lapped 84-41. That's got to sting. Cincy undefeated in conference play for the first time in school history. Their 28 wins, also a school record. They will be number 1 again when the poll comes out Sunday night. The Bearcats have lost 3 straight years in the second round of the tourney, so this is nice, but it's not really what they're playing for.
Dave, you're going to need another tissue. Mateen Cleaves playing his last home game as a Spartan, and it was memorable against Michigan. Cleaves behind the back dribble, the feed to Charlie Bell. That was a fancy dish. More Cleaves sharing with Andre Hudson. MSU up 51-24 at the half and rolling. Cleaves with the lob to Jason Richardson. Or the dunk. Cleaves' 13th assist, and he's just getting started. Cleaves to Bell. Bell would hit a 3. That would be Cleaves' 766th career assists. That's a new Big Ten record. Erases Illinois' Bruce Douglas from the books. More Mateen to Steve Cherry for 3. His 19th assist. Another Big Ten record. He would finish with UCLA coming back from a 14-point deficit. There's Rush on the happy end of an alley-oop. UCLA trailed by a deuce at the half. UCLA down 1, 2:50 left. Rush had 4 fouls, but makes the great defensive play and doesn't pick up the 5th. Bruins next possession. Rush, little assist, finds Matt Barnes. He had 10 points. UCLA up 1. Stanford coach Mike Montgomery is not happy at all. UCLA now down 2:67 seconds to go, and Jason Capono changes that. His team up by 1. Stanford responding as the number 1 team is known to do. Michael McDonald drains the 3. Cardinal bench likes it. 80-78 Stanford. 4 seconds left. Earl Watson to Jerome Moiso, who spins and hits it. We're going to overtime, tie it at 80. It's really getting interesting now. Mosley, David Mosley at 3. He had 22. And Mike Montgomery's mood, I think it's improving. His team up 92-89. 42 seconds left. UCLA down 4 and Rush. Hello, that's a quality hoist for 3 points. 93-92 Stanford. Then on the inbound, Gerard Collins forgets how to count. 5 seconds. Montgomery. I don't know what he is there. Probably not happy. 13 seconds left, 1-point game. Ray Young, no. Rush comes up with the loose ball. Rush comes up with the loose ball and hits it. He had 19. Steve Lavin celebrates because his team has won 94-93. The Bruins, well, they think they've won. They're celebrating accordingly. But wait, if Young's shot never did hit the rim, then we have a possible shot clock violation. The ball up barely draws iron, and Lavin. Much love for the Zebras. His team wins at 94-93. The upset of Stanford. Rush 19 points in his return, a difference maker. UCLA 0 for 14 from beyond the arc in a home loss to Stanford. Hit 12 of 23 triples on Saturday. Helps make up for the 42-15 disadvantage in free throw attempts. Earl Watson, he's got stamina all 45 minutes. Bruins pull out 2 wins by the base. Suddenly the two-way dance isn't such a long shot. As for Duran, he was on.
I just came off the bench. Just played as hard as I could and just went all out, and just did what the coaches asked me to do and just play within myself and not try to do too much. Got a little foul trouble earlier, but calmed myself down and just played to the end of the game.
We didn't convert on the opportunities that we had. We had a lot of chances to score and to put them away, and with a stop or with a rebound or whatever. and we never got it. We never made the big plays and finished them out.
Individually, I was happy for Jaron on a personal level because he's gone through so much this year, 24-game suspension, basketball taken away from him for the first time in his life, and for him to hit a buzzer shot at Stanford in overtime couldn't have been a better scripted kind of finish for Jaron.
Right, with a win over Oregon. Oregon, the turnover. Luke Walton, like the old man dishing to Gilbert Arenas for the Jam. Wildcats up 13 and cruising. Oregon coach Ernie Kent wanted a foul, didn't get a foul. So he watches his team rallies from 13 down. Less than a buck and a half to go. Oregon now within 2. Frederick Jones, the rebound. Alex Scales finishing it all off. Game tied at 80. Zona down 2. Arenas at the line. The crowd doing some rim rattling. Well, it was loud anyway. Kent wants the crowd quiet. Arenas would hit the second free throw. 81-80 Cats. 8 seconds left. Arizona down 3. Gardner for 3, no sail. Oregon Ducks get the rebound, and then it appears a celebration ensued. 86-81 in favor of Oregon. The Ducks finish with a 15-1 run, making it a sweep over the Arizona Schools. They're an NCAA lock. Cats lose both games in the state of Oregon for the first time since the 89-90 season. Michael Wright, a career-high 28, but a donut in the last 6.5 minutes.
Florida and Kentucky senior day. Jamal McGlure gets a basketball. He then re-gifts to Keith Bogans. Bogans drowning the triple. He had 14. And then Kentucky breaking that Florida press. Saul Smith, the long pass to Tayshaun Prince. He's a prince of a fella. A 19-2 run by Kentucky. More from the Cats. Off the Bogans miss. McGlure going up and tipping it back home. He had 14 and 13 boards, his 14th double-double of the season. Late in the first half, Prince loses it, retrieves, comes back up ice, goes behind the back, shot clock running down. He nails the 3, just like Tubby Smith drew it up. Wildcats go on to win by 15. Prince led the Cats with 19. The Wildcats now 35-1 in their last 36 home finales. They repay the Gators for a 17-point loss in Gainesville. Both schools finished with a share of the SEC regular season title. Number 9, Syracuse. Number 24, UConn. Jim Calhoun said the home crowd had been a little too quiet lately. Ryan Blackwell trying to keep them down. He put Syracuse up 1 in half 2. Then UConn goes on a run. Khalid El-Amin launching parabolas. Friends, Romans, Husky fans, lend me your ears. He gets the ear candy and keeps on firing parabolic. El-Amin, 19 points, Huskies up 9. And then Kevin Freeman looking for the large man. It's Jake Voskuhl inside. Yes, and the foul part of a 14-zip run. Jim Boeheim glum. UConn wins it by 15. The Orange men squander a chance to win the Big East title. Only senior. First half, Ed Cota had to sit out a big chunk of the half with a cut above the eye. Duke takes advantage. Shane Battier repudiating Terrence Newby. Jason Williams with the bunny. Duke up by 6. Same sequence. Williams, he's larcenous. Steals the pass. Goes in uncontested for another layup. Duke now up 8. Same sequence. Duke pressing some more. Battier gets the steal. He feeds Carrawell more bunnies than Watership Down. Duke outscored Carolina 21-8. They led by 15 at the break. And then Nate James to Battier way outside the stripe. He had 6 threes and 30 points. Then is garbage time. Carrawell, he comes up with the steal. I'm a senior. I'm a grown-up. He had 21. Duke wins at 90-76. In Carrawell's 4 years, Duke has won 4 ACC regular season titles. The Blue Devils beat Carolina for the 5th straight time. That's Duke's longest winning streak in the series since the early 60s. The Heels end up 4th in the ACC, their lowest finish in 36 years.
Not just Gophers, they're Golden Gophers. Minnesota hosting Ohio State. Scooney Penn, that's just noise. He had 11 points. We look at it again. Penn does exactly the same thing, only slower. Ohio State up 11 at the half. Second half action, Ohio State up 12. Michael Redd, he steals the pass. Stealing coast to coast for the dunk. He had 17 points, 61-47 Ohio State. Still in the second half, obviously, because it was just in the second half. George Reese turns and hits it, completes an 18-2 Ohio State run. Jim O'Brien's Buckeyes 82-72. Buckeyes and Michigan State will share the Big Ten title. Sharing is nice, said Redd. Who cares? Congrats to them, but we won too. A
Temple up 1. Pepe Sanchez way outside. Temple goes up by 4 later. Pepe, he's pesky. Comes up with the steal. The kick ahead to Alex Wesby. Sanchez, a career-high 14 assists. Temple shot 60% with their defense. That's just cruel. The behind-the-head to Ronald Rollerson, who gets it to go. Temple by 31. That matches GW's worst home loss ever. Number 19, Maryland at Virginia. First half, in a heated game, Stephen Blake loses the ball. Adam Hall goes after it. We got a scramble. Uh-oh. Hall throw. Uh-oh. These people are carnivores. The refs call both coaches over. Things would calm down. Donald Hand, just 2 of 11 from the floor, but that was a tough one. That cuts Maryland's lead to 2. Game tied later, 6 seconds left. Juan Dixon can't handle the pass. We're going overtime. The question is, could Juan Dixon handle Gary Williams? He's exerting his authority. Danny Miller doing some pass blocking there. In overtime, Terrence Morris, baseline jumper. Terps up 1, Morris with 15. Virginia down 2. Adam Hall again, knocking down the big 3. His teammates love him. They really do, and so do the Virginia fans. The Cavs in an upset by 2.
Tech early first half. Tiger Ray Henderson. It's a tough shot, you know, where you're not looking, you just flip it over your head. It was a good shot, but his team was still down 11 at the break. Second half, all Tech. Jason Floyd, he's accurate. 23 points, 9 boards, 4 of 7 triples. There's another one. He's got a buddy, too, Jason Collier. He can shoot it from deep. He had 24 points. Tech up 18, and the fans thank Cremens for the years, and he repays with kisses. Tech wins 85-69. College of Charleston advances to the second straight.
At the break, second half, here comes Baylor. Tevis Stooks. Yes, the Tevis Stooks. Baylor within 5, they would close it to 3, but Iowa State, they're too strong. Jamal Tinsley to Pfizer. Oh, he is a grown-up. A game-high 34. The Cyclones' first conference title in 55 years. In other action, Darren Kelly had a career-high 33 as the Longhorns.
Meet UNC Asheville. She started the season 0-9, entered the Big South Conference Tournament just 9-18, but after a couple of wins, voila, 40 minutes away from earning the league's automatic bid, likely the league's only bid, into the field of 64. College basketball is neat. And the lovely Linda Cohn getting proposition. Right. Oh, my. Last seconds, first half, they're playing Winthrop, and Winthrop's up 11, actually make it 14. Robbie Waldrop hits the 3. Second half, more long-range shooting because it's worth extra points. Waldrop off the screen, hits it. He had 15 points on 5 3-pointers. Eagles up 14. Final seconds of the game, and Greg Lewis, oh, yeah, just free territory. And the dunk. He had 18 points, 18 boards. Greg Marshall and his team win the Big South Tournament for the second consecutive year, 75-62. Says the coach, hopefully we're not just trying to get our feet wet this time. The last time, they lost to Auburn in the first round, 80-41. Finals of the Trans-America Athletic Conference Tournament. Central Florida and Samford, there's a handle. First half, Bulldogs by 6. Mark Salyers, though, he had 19 points. His team up by 8 at the half. Second half, UC up down 4 off the inbounds pass. Corey Perry finds Jason Thornton. He was 4 of 6 from distance, 16 points. Golden Knights down 1, but buck 30 left and ticking. Bulldogs by 3 and trying to clinch it. Mario Lopez, he was 5 of 6. All his shots were triples. His team happy, 77-69. The Bulldogs are dancing. Second straight year, Samford has earned a trip to the NCAA tournament by beating up on none other than Central Florida. Bulldogs can play. They average nearly 10 trays a game and started their season with a win over St. John's.
Let's get Ivy. Yale and Penn. A Penn win, and they go to the tourney. Jeff Owens. That's Jeff spelled G-E-O-F-F. That's how they do it in the Ivy. Jeff, the hook shot goes. 5 for 6 shooting. He had 10. Penn also playing some D. Matt Langle pressuring the shot. Ugana Anakwe gets the ball to Langle. Penn wins at 69-52. They clinch the Ivy League title. The Quakers are back in the tournament, their second straight Ivy title. SEC title, D.A. Lane, the lollipop for Adrian Jones. But this game was all Tennessee. Ron Slay. Get it to Ron Slay. He's the big guy with the headband. He had 17. Tennessee wins it, and they get a share of that SEC title. They also get the top seed in the East for the tourney. A rough year for Jim Herrick, whose Bulldogs have dropped 10 of their last 11. The SEC championship pie divided 3 ways. Do I hear a record 4, John?
You do if LSU can handle Ole Miss at home and they have Stromile Swift, and he's giving fans souvenirs. Take it home with you. Then Swift, the huge block, more swattage, and finally, well, the Rebels are just going to have to learn to live with rejection. LSU led 32-25 at the half. Second half, Ole Miss makes a run. Jason Harrison pulls up, hits the 3, 11-zip Mississippi run. They actually led 42-39, but LSU would rally. Leading by 3, Lamont Roland off the left wing, drives for the layup. He led LSU with 16 points. And the Tigers also getting SEC regular championship season ring.